Folks, drama bin drama, Arab drama, ole drama. Yeah. Never before, have I been bombarded by so many emails that are similar. Similar in that all of them have exactly the same video attached for me to take in and of course respond. And of course this is the video of Aaron Cheruiyot breathing fire. Honorable Cheruiyot is of course the senator for Kericho County. Those familiar with Kericho politics will tell you straight away that Honorable Cheruiyot is a senator courtesy of Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. Period. And of course that is a story for another day. And therefore is a staunch ally and follower of the Deputy President. Is very close to the TP, or shall I say DP. His closeness to the Deputy President is of course very relevant to the remarks he made recently. For those who are very new to Kenyan politics, what usually happens in our beautiful republic is that the main man keeps quiet and his foot soldiers do all the talking. In 2003, after the National Rainbow Coalition government led by Emilio Stanley Mwai Kibaki swept into power, foot soldiers of the then powerful Roads Minister Raila Amolo Odinga started making noise. Or shall I say, they started breathing fire over a document called a Memorandum of Understanding, which had stated that cabinet slots would be shared out equally between Mwai Kibaki's guys and Raila Odinga's guys, because those two teams had teamed up together to remove Kanu from power. And many Kenyans were puzzled, because the foot soldiers were making noise. Raila Odinga was attending cabinet meetings. Raila Odinga was attending functions with Mwai Kibaki, smiling for the cameras. Everything looked normal. But then meanwhile, his foot soldiers, Akina Anyang' Nyong'o, the current Kisumu governor, and then also the late Bado Mapambano. Older Kenyans will remember him, at least from the photograph on your screen right now. Bottom line, when foot soldiers start making noise, especially those very close to the Bwana Kubwa, you need to pay attention. Now, most of you know what Honorable Aaron Cheruiyot said, or you know the contents of the fire he was breathing. But before I come to that, I also found it interesting that it was Bwana Cheruiyot who was chosen to deliver the message, because I believe a message was being delivered, an ultimatum in fact. Folks, it is no accident that they did not choose Oscar Sudi, the guy who normally breathes fire, the guy who normally delivers the message. It is also no accident that they did not select Bwana Kipchumba Murkomen. Instead, Team Tanga Tanga, or the Deputy President's men, chose Aaron Cheruiyot, a senator who is viewed as one of the most level-headed in the DP camp. I believe the reason was to show how serious this message is, and to emphasize that it should not be ignored like the other previous ones. To summarize what the senator said in as few words as possible, he said that those from the Rift Valley are not moving from the Mau. And this next bit is what is very scary. He said that his people do not simply throw stones. Instead, they can bring things to a standstill. Now, if that was not a threat, I don't know what the meaning of that word is. You know what the good senator was doing? He was doing what the famous rat or mice in your house can do to a person who's asleep and has the soles of their feet exposed. Yeah. You know what that rodent does? It bites, and then even before you feel the pain, it does yani inapuliza painkiller. So that when you finally wake up, you'll be horrified. Yeah, because you'll not have felt a thing. But then some parts of the soles of your feet will be missing. That was the style of the delivery. However, there was no mistaking the message. The message was very clear. And I believe this is the reason why so many of you send me that video. You sensed, you realized the same thing as what I've just stated. And you wanted to make sure that in case I was asleep, in case I missed it, yeah, I would be able to take it in and comment. You know, I try very hard to remain neutral on this channel. Yeah, I have my own personal views. I have my own favorite politicians. I also have politicians that I don't like and will probably never like. Yeah, because maybe I know too much about their past. And I also have a scorecard of what they've done for the country. But still, I bend over backwards to be neutral. But this one I have to say, yeah, it is very clear that saving the Mau, yeah, is not an option. It has to be done. Yes, it's a terrible thing. Eviction is a terrible thing. Families will be affected. Children will be affected. Yes, that is true. But then you simply look at the numbers. Yeah, tens of millions affected. Yeah, if people continue to live in the Mau. Our children's children affected, including those of the people who are now breathing fire. It should be clear as day, yeah, that the Mau has to be saved, and those who have encroached must be removed. That is a no-brainer. And it really saddens me, yeah, a man who loves my country to bits, that somebody should turn this into a political issue, when in fact what they should be doing is assisting, yeah, and making sure, yeah, that the evictions are carried out to save the country. Now, some people are saying, yeah, that what has happened here is that the Tanga Tanga team has been cornered. And you know what happens when somebody is cornered? They cause chaos, hoping that in the chaotic aftermath, they will find an escape route. In fact, in Kenya, we have a phrase, they chafua chafua. That is what very many Kenyan political analysts are saying. And if truth be told, so far, I have not found anything, yeah, that I can be able to use to counter, yeah, that particular theory. Shall we call it the Samson option? Now, if you've read your Bible, you know about a very strong man who once lived, who was called Samson, and whose downfall was caused by a very gorgeous, beautiful lass called Delilah. And when Samson had been captured, he was in captivity, and he was blind, he couldn't even see, he asked somebody to lead him, yeah, to the two main pillars that supported the building where they all were, him and his enemies, yeah, the people who had held him captive. And he had sensed that his strength had come back. Yeah, therefore, what he did is that he brought down the whole building, yeah, which destroyed his enemies and himself as well. For decades, people have been talking about a country called Israel having a Samson option very close by, because the population, yeah, of that holy land is only a handful of millions, but they're surrounded by double-digit millions, yeah, hostile neighbors. Indeed, the fact that the nation of Israel exists in itself is a miracle. But it is said, just in case kuwe kubaya, things get out of control, they have a Samson option in the form of nuclear warfare. So back to Kenya. If what these analysts are saying is correct, then it would seem that the deputy president has a Samson option, which is very scary. Because if the people who do not throw stones decide to go berserk, Kenya will suffer, and they too will suffer. Indeed, I believe they will suffer most. It is such a long time since I made this appeal, but now is a good time to make it. To those who pray for our dear country, that they need to step up prayers so that some powerful people in the country can see sense and understand that blind pursuit for power is not a good thing. Let me just leave it at that. You of course know there are a lot of things here we cannot discuss openly on a public channel like this one. That is why the following message, which I had recorded earlier, should be of great interest to you. I'll see you guys next time. Even if you don't pray, remember to say a prayer for our dear country, our dear motherland. My name is Chris Kucha. I've been analyzing Kenyan politics for almost 20 years, and I've had the Kucha brand for almost 15. I am a keen student of life, and I've studied Kenyan history for years. And I've even done investigative pieces like the one on the Tomboy assassination that have taken me back to the 50s, Kenya in the 50s. And therefore, I believe I'm qualified to tell you that never before in the history of our country has our politics been so complex. Never before have things happened and unfolded so fast on our political scene, so fast that political analysts find it difficult to keep up. And never before have I been forced to be so guarded in what I say and in what I reveal. Trust me, it was not like this even in the draconian Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi days. And that is why it is an excellent idea to be a subscriber to my Club 1999, where you get very sensitive information that I cannot share here on the public channel, and also to my highly super sensitive weekly intelligence briefings. Indeed, I'm humbled, because my email is always packed with praises, from those who subscribe to this too. Why? Because they manage to stay ahead. Indeed, the slogan for Club 1999 is very appropriate, I think, or in my view, because it is next month's headlines today. Because when you get to know of the highly sensitive things that sometimes happen in backrooms and behind the scenes, then it becomes very easy to predict at least some of next month's headlines. However, admittedly, there has been a problem. The cost of joining these two has always been prohibitive. Life membership to Club 1999 is over $35, and 1 year's subscription to the weekly intelligence briefings is $99. And this is the reason why I decided to make this particular video, to make you aware of a very special offer for a very limited time, where you can join both, yes, I said both, at the same time for only $29.99, or Kenya shillings 2,999. And of course, the first thing that will happen immediately become a member is that you'll receive the 50, yes I said 50, highly sensitive Club 1999 videos. And you know, sensitive information never gets outdated. Yeah, so you'll also understand a lot about what is happening in Kenyan politics right now. You will of course also receive the 21 highly sensitive weekly intelligence briefings, yeah, that you've missed. That is the good news. The bad news is that this offer is available only for a very limited time. So you must act fast, right away, immediately. Send a blank email, yeah, to the email address you see on your screens right now. You missed this at gmail.com. And you will get an immediate automated response giving you full payment details. Now, this is a simple autoresponder. Yeah, so your email address is not getting saved anywhere for you to be bothered again and again. No. You simply get an immediate response and you'll never, ever hear from us again. Yeah, that is unless you write to us, asking us something. And then of course we'll need to respond with an answer. That's it. I highly recommend, yeah, that you grab this opportunity, golden opportunity, that will probably never return, yeah, to join both valuable, sensitive information forums of the Kucha brand. If you're already a member of the weekly intelligence briefings, check your email. Yeah, there's some very good news for you there concerning this particular offer. Folks, where we're going, it will be extremely important for you to stay ahead. And therefore I suggest you act right now. Don't procrastinate. Don't postpone. Send that blank email to youmissedthis@gmail.com right now. And of course I'm waiting to serve you. Yeah, and I'm really hoping to see you on the other side. Yeah, in those particular forums. All for a better Kenya. This is Chris Kumekucha.